and then this one is called ischium, and this one in the front it is called pubis. Okay, it is called pubis. So, ilium, ischium, pubis. So, when you hold the bone like this, it will be like this only. Okay. So, this is called ilium and this is called ischium and this is called pubis. The same way you can see here. Okay. The same only I was showing there the bone. This is called ilium and this is called ischium and this is called pubis. Both the sides hip joints, bones, they join together and forms the pelvic bone, and this is how you could see the pubis. Okay, both the side pubis. This is called pubic symphysis. This ramus is called as pubo-ischium. So, ischiopubic ramus. From this only all the medial compartment muscles they originate, and this foramen is called as operator foramen, and it is covered by a membrane called operator membrane, and then outside you have a muscle by the name operator externus, and inside you have a muscle operator internus. So, if you see here, this is called femur, this bone is called femur, and this is called head of the femur, this is called neck of the femur, and here is the trochanter, that is called greater trochanter of the femur, and here you have the line, that is called intertrochanteric line. This line is called as intertrochanteric line. I will show it here clearly. Okay. So, this is the head and this is the neck, and here is the greater trochanter and this is the lesser trochanter, and you can see the line here, that is called as intertrochanteric line. Okay, intertrochanteric line. Now you can see clearly, right? And in the neck you can see some foramen. If you have a foramen, definitely some vessels will be passing through the foramen. What are the vessels? We will see. And then posteriorly, if you turn, instead of the line, here you have the crest, that is called intertubercular crest. You have the crest. Okay. And here when you take the hip joint, this fossa is called as, this is called acetabulum. Acetabulum has two important points. One is called as the outer portion, that is the articular part, and inner portion which is the non-articular part. This non-articular part only you have the fat, and this articular portion is covered by the hyaline cartilage. So, our femur is going to get inserted, fit into this articular surface, and here can you see a notch, that is called acetabular notch. This will be bridged by a ligament, that is called transverse acetabular ligament. Now, if you turn posteriorly, this is acetabulum. Above the acetabulum you have a groove. This groove is for a muscle called reflected head of rectus femoris. Okay. So, if I fit the bone like this, okay, sure it will be like this. So, this is our joint, hip joint. So, this is a type of ball and socket joint. This is socket, ball and socket joint. And here second thing we have to talk about the first is type of joint, second is articular surfaces. Articular surfaces are the articular surface of the acetabulum. So, can you see the lunate like horseshoe shaped surface, that is called as articular surface. So, one, and the second one is head of the femur. If you see head of the femur, there is a depression, that is called as fovea capitis, that is called as fovea capitis. And then what some important ligament will be attached inside the fovea capitis, that we will see. So, next is articular surfaces we have done. Next is ligaments. So, ligaments, when we discuss, there are important ligaments. One is called capsule. So, always we should start with a capsule. Second is ilium to femur, that is iliofemoral ligament. Second is ischium to femur, that is ischiofemoral ligament. That is third one is pubis pubofemoral ligament. Fourth one is transverse acetabular ligament, and the fifth one is the ligament which is present attached here, that is called round ligament or ligament of femur. So, these are the ligaments which are attached to the hip joint, which keeps the joint in a stable position. And what are the factors which keeps a joint in a stable position are the depth of the acetabulum. See the depth, how it becomes so deep, because you will be having a labrum, something is called as labrum, that is a fibrocartilaginous thing which is attached to the rim of the acetabulum, that is called as labrum acetabulae. That labrum acetabulae, it comes and it protects like a wall like this. So, it gives some more depth to the acetabular cavity. So, your femur can easily nicely fit and it will not be coming out easily. 1. Number 2 is the ligaments which surrounds the joint, and the third one is muscles. Lot of muscles are there which gives strength and tension. So, the ligaments, muscles and the depth of the cavity, all these things they give the stability to the joint. Along with that, some pressure which is present between the two articular surfaces inside the joint cavity, and the joint cavity is lined by the synovial membrane. Okay. So, 3 important points are there. Number 1, this is non-articular part which contains fat, which is lined by the synovial membrane, and this is called articular surface, which is horseshoe in shape. It is lined by the hyaline cartilage. And the third one is there is a rim called labrum acetabulae, which is formed by a fibrocartilaginous structure. Okay. These 3 things are very important. And then in the head of the femur, here the fovea is having there is a depression that is called fovea capitis. Fovea means depression, capitis means head, and the ligament present here is ligament of femur, round ligament of femur, and the most importantly, this round ligament of femur, it transmits few blood vessels, 2 important blood vessels. One is acetabular branch of obturator artery, MCQ, and the second one is medial circumflex humeral artery. So, it will be attached here.